Testing. Good evening, everybody. If you haven't yet gotten a chance to sign in, if you can please sign in here at the front table right over there. If you haven't signed in, please sign in at the table. One more thing, everyone. We do have a copy, thank you, of the printout of the list for the potluck that we're going to be having next month. So if anybody would like to participate in that, please feel free to sign in. Same table that you're signing in.
Drink whatever we want. You want to take a picture of it anyway, right?
The black background,
The what? No.
I know my daughter, I think.
When he gone.
It looks cool, but I'm having a hard time.
We also have pizza up here at the front. If anybody would like to help yourself to some pizza right up here, you're welcome to get some. And we have cookies and water.
Want me to bring you a flyer? And everything is really long time. But I was there in I don't know if you noticed, like, you're not supposed to be yeah, but when you look, it's there, you know? Yeah, and then I just keep freaking yeah. Like 19. Have you ever had bikini? I was a have it right here. So I did a lot of explanations by research. Transactions. Buying the accounts for buying first.
Oh, like, you see the over personnel?
I made him send me for work every day. So I would get home 7, 8 on Tuesday. Not anymore. Yeah, I am. I wouldn't want to get it. I make it whatever I can. We went for the gas station. We got it down here.
I got so many projects.
My daughter's at Florida. Yeah,
I got so many things in my mind. That's a small problem.
Yeah, I'm always like right now. And I got my birthday and she's like, I was always like, I haven't gotten to see my God. I'm still not okay. Like always have birthday, you know, I'm still getting your wedding. Pero lo que me gustó mucho was the books. That's when I went to be have a dinner. It's the bar now in Preston. They're really nice. Oh, I love their brand.
What word?
They have green on the side. It's a nice place to walk on the beach. Like, you can work on it. So I have to pause and make your way down. Stand in the alley. And you go to all the other bars that are there. But you kind of have to bed and then the ones across Bedlas, yes, that one. Yeah.
But that's like a bar. That's a lady with the other.
It's not the one. I like the one. Not first. It's the intercontinental. Or interchange. Really? It's fire. And then you want it above, and then it's standard. I have these.
Welcome, everybody. Once we have everybody signed in, I'm just going to go ahead and start right now. 3, 2, 3. I would like to announce for December that that's when we're going to have the elections and the potluck sign-ups are going on right now. We're also going to have a Christmas party at the next meeting, which will be on December 11th. So if you could bring something to contribute to the potluck, we have sign-ups in the back table with Sally. And we'll be having elections that evening, so if you would like to run for position, come and speak to one of the board members and we'll get you signed up and put you on the agenda for next month's elections and explain the process and make sure you're qualified to run for a position. Also, in the back, we have sign-ups for the South Coast Air Quality Management District. They're forming a steering committee for Florence-Firestone as far as what changes we want made to our area, whether it be air cleaners brought into the house, air purifiers, or if we want ways for the government to monitor our air quality outside of our homes. That's why we need members to sign up for the steering committee. We also have another sign-up sheet in the back for the Community Emergency Response Team training. It's a program to help in case of a natural disaster. They'll teach you how to perform triage on individuals that may get hurt. Okay, next I'd like to bring William Allen up to speak regarding Safe Passages program that we're currently working on.
All right, hello everybody. Before I start on Safe Passages, let me give you a little something about Florence-Firestone community and what our mission is, because people need to understand what we do and why we're here. And the purpose of the organization of the Florence-Firestone community is to improve the quality of life in Florence-Firestone and delivery of the county services to its residents. So basically, we're just here to make sure everyone knows what services are available. So when you have an issue with something, you come here and you help to resolve it. We have 7 different committees to help do that, because let's face it, I mean, we got a code enforcement committee to talk about code enforcing, like parking and things of that. We got an educational committee. We have a mediation committee, and I have public safety, who is me. You know, public safety. And right now, public safety, my biggest concern, last month, we talked about safe passage. Sawyer was here. Y'all know who Sawyer is, right? Everybody know who Sawyer is?
Yes.
Reginald John, he's our assemblyman for the 53rd district, I think we're in, or 56? 59. Well, anyway, we're all in that 59th that district, and he represents us. And he was very interested in safe passage. So we came up with a concept of safe passage. And basically, we talked about hiring volunteers to post at those schools that have the serious problems with safe passage. And I didn't realize that so many kids were being bullied on the way home from school, and young girls were being harassed. But young people being harassed going home from school has been happening since I was a kid going to school, from what I understand. So nothing's never been done about it. So we talk about having safe houses, having businesses identify themselves on being a safe place to go when you get not going to school, coming from school. We even came up with a budget to do all that. So if you're interested more, see me after the meeting. We can go into some details. That's what's coming up. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Okay, moving right along. Before we get to the public service reports, I'd just like to announce that according to our accounts, we have exactly $1,123.05 in our bank account. And to start off the public service reports, I would like to welcome Ron Fisher with the Supervisor's Office.
Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I'm sorry, I'm usually in a suit, tie. This evening I was a little inconvenient, I had to go do some other kind of work. But I did want to go ahead and say thank you for all of your endless support. This leader group is far different than the leader group that I recall several years ago. Because I cover a different area of territory, and I'm here with my colleague Carlos. But we wanted to just come bring a couple quick announcements in regards to what's going on throughout the county, particularly as it relates to the supervisor's office. So I know, and I'm not sure if all of you know, but annually there's a Care Harbor medical services event. So for a number of years now, the Care Harbor event, it provides any individual, no matter what your income level is, no matter what type of insurance you have. It's a free event where individuals can get free medical services, free dental, as well as free vision. And what that means, that's really important to us, especially in light of the Affordable Care Act and some of the challenges that have been going on at the federal level, where individuals don't have enough monies to pay for their health care. So this is important for a number of reasons, because it doesn't limit anyone from any walk of life. It allows for even folks like us, even folks over in Ladera Heights, no matter where you're at, to go ahead and get some of your free work done. We've seen in cases where individuals can have tooth extractions, they can go ahead and have teeth filled, they can have some other kind of dental work done, and it costs absolutely zero out of your pocket. I don't know about you, but there is a cap when I go to the dentist, and the dentist says, hey, you know what, you're going to have to come out of your pocket for the rest of this filling that you need. That's important, that's critical to me, because if I had an opportunity, which I do, like many others, can go and get some of the work done at no cost, that's important to me. Healthcare is the pinnacle of what we need to make sure happens moving forward, so we have the things that we need. Diabetes prevention, we can go ahead and get other types of health scannings, mammograms, etc., etc. So on the flyer that Carlos just passed out to you in both English and Spanish on each side, you'll see where this coming weekend is the Care Harbor event. The catch to it is that this past weekend, just as it is annually, there's a wristband distribution so that you can gain access and entry to get your stuff done. If you did not make it to the wristband distribution, that's fine, we understand that, but you have to have that at least for the first come, first serve. And cashiers, folks that could not acquire the wristband distribution, there have been points in time where the group that heads this up will let folks come in, and in some cases they've extended the day. So if you have any questions about this, and we can get a little bit more clarity, don't hesitate to call us. We do ask that we reach out to the president, and he can go ahead and take all of those inquiries, and we can respond as one. Does everybody understand that? Yeah. Cool. Another thing and switching lanes in terms of what we're doing in the county and what we're keeping our eyes on. Does everyone familiar or understand that we have a new voting system that is going to be rolled out this year? The 2020 voting system. So what that means is that there is a learning curve, particularly for people like me, which I need hands-on demonstrations. The Department of the Register Recorder's Office has been rolling out the equipment so that you can see it. That way you can touch it, you can go ahead and have an exercise or a tutorial. And that's important. Because the last thing that we want to have is in this voting cycle, this election cycle, that there be some challenges with being able to use or operate it. And we want folks to go ahead and have at least a tutorial or some education with how to use the system. It's going to be critically important so we have as many, we minimize the number of failure or failed attempts at being able to use the equipment this cycle. So that's really, really important. If you haven't had a demonstration, I think that the VSAP folks, the Voting Solutions for All People, through the Register Recorder's Office, they've been making their rounds. We can definitely set up a connection with them so you can have a presentation. I think that that's super helpful, particularly as we start to go ahead and get close to the general plan. Last but not least, it's also important to know that this calendar year in 2020, you all are going to start to see the rollout of the 2020 census. The 2020 census is important, folks. Some of us have been around a little while to be able to see how it rolls out, and so that you know, the 2020 census data is how we get monies appropriated from the federal level. So when we talk about needing monies for FEMA, you all remember the earthquake damages that we had when people's houses and this, that, and the third started to have some problems. FEMA designates monies to local governments, local cities, local counties, so that people can access that. But it's all based on how many numbers of individuals that they count, and then they can tally up so that they can say, California needs a certain earmark, a certain threshold of monies so that we can have in cases of an emergency. That's super important. We understand that there's a number of reasons people don't want to be counted. Whether people are undocumented, whether people have any challenges with facing some other issues. We know that the federal government has been a little challenging. There's been some issues with how ICE goes through a household. But nevertheless, it's important to know that this mechanism is set up so that you don't have to worry about that, but so that we're making sure that we have money to deal with wildfires. We have monies that we can deal with health care, with the way that service delivery is made. And that's critically important because there are some hard to count areas in our region. So if you know folks that get the pamphlets, they get the information, please have them fill it out. It's so super important. You can see when you go to the census data information and see just how much money is getting appropriated, but then you also know where that goes to. We've just had a recent release of these wildfires throughout California. That's not the only thing. We know that homelessness is a priority in our district. Folks, some of that money does offset in terms of the way that we proportion monies out for homeless assistance, amongst other things. So we just want you all to know and just we wanted to give you a snapshot at what is in the pipeline so that you have an idea of what is going to be coming down the pipeline and what to expect to see. Does anyone have any questions?